So hi, I'm Dave Murray. I graduated from Sheridan College in 2009, and since then I've been able to kind of call myself a few things: illustrator, designer, printmaker, and also a Batman. Yeah. But unfortunately, not this type of Batman. Though I obviously have a few things in common with Bruce Wayne here: stunning good looks, a huge fortune, excellent crime-fighting abilities. I was actually referring to another kind of bat, which may be disappointing to a lot of you. I'm not too sure. Baseball bats. So pretty much I'm here tonight not to talk so much about myself, but about how a few good friends and I decided we'd start a baseball bat company, despite having no experience playing baseball whatsoever, which is interesting. So there's no batarangs, I'm sorry, everybody. It's a bit disappointing even for me. So a cast of characters, an introduction here. Starting from left to right is Chris Pearsall-Ross. He's our wood turner manufacturer. In the middle there is me. The bearded smiley guy is Ryan. Wave to the people, Ryan. Thank you. And then on the left is our local draft pick, if you will, Robin Akett. She makes our bags. So some history here. It's always been a goal of Ryan, Chris, and I to kind of start a long-term project that we can work on. And it all started at a Christmas party, really. Chris had built a baseball bat, or made a baseball bat for his uncle. And we looked at that, and that was like the lightning bolt moment, we call it. That was the object we were going to focus our efforts onto. So we formed the Garrison Creek Bat Company. Chris, as I said, was going to be the wood turner. He'd make the bats. Ryan is a web designer, so he'd handle the web stuff, and as an illustrator, I would handle the branding, design, and kind of visual aspect of the whole thing. So it's important maybe to go over the history of Garrison Creek, because some of you may not know what it is. Garrison Creek is a buried creek in Toronto that originally had its kind of source up near St. Clair and Dufferin and emptied out around Fort York into Lake Ontario. Since about 1920, it's been buried in the sewers, and you can actually hear it walking down Shaw Street. So we named our company the Garrison Creek Bat Company because we all kind of lived around or on the historic watershed of Garrison Creek. And forming a baseball bat company, Toronto actually has a pretty great history with baseball. You may not know that Babe Ruth actually hit his first home run at Hanlon Point Stadium. He also pitched a one-hitter that game, so good for him. More importantly, too, we wanted to, aside from recognizing that history, we wanted to kind of bring back the world of handmade craft and associate it with design. We're all interested in design, so we wanted to kind of elevate our product above the standard bat you'd find at Walmart into something a bit more special. So how are we going to do that? Let's throw an art show. So our first show, we decided to reach out to artists, illustrators, and designers and give them our bats to customize in any way they saw fit. So our first show was the Fall Classic. It took place in April. Not knowing what to expect, it was a bit of a gamble. We'd never really launched a small business or anything like that before, but as you can see, the turnout was great. And even dogs loved the show too, which is, it's really pleasing to me to see that. So we were kind of worried about not having a benchmark to compare this to. I mean, I don't know anyone with a bat company, so it's a gray area for me. But we got good press from it, and a lot of people decided to support us, which was amazing, really, going into the unknown, essentially. Yeah. A particularly good piece of press we received was from the Moosehead Journey, which was Moosehead sent a team of people around North America interviewing people who make handmade goods. You see the picture there of crutches and a cast. I actually broke my leg during the video shoot. So we were out playing baseball, and I totally embarrassed myself and broke my leg, which was a great way to spend my summer. One of the great things I love about working for Garrison Creek Bat Company, aside from being able to say I own a bat company, is it gives me the chance to assign myself my own creative projects. So this is a screen print that I pulled, a 3-color screen print that's for sale in our store. And aside from creating these separate pieces of design and art, I also focus on helping us launch new baseball bats. It's our second model, the Christie Pitts, and it's referencing the Lizzies who have played in Christie Pits for over 100 years, the color scheme at least. So moving on, that brings us to about the end of summer, and we decided to maybe have another art show. It's the end of summer, the end of the baseball season, so we decided to have the Fall Classic, as we call it, which would be a bigger and better art show than what we had before. So we launched the Fall Classic. It opened October 26th at Smash in the Junction, if you've ever been there. And from what we learned from the first show, we definitely applied it to this show. The main thing was finding a bigger space. If any of you maybe were at the first show, you would have known that it was incredibly crammed. So you can see some of the bats we had. The bar was raised considerably with this show. We had an axe maker fit an axe head onto a baseball bat. Of course, we kept that one behind glass. Yes, that is a bat covered in Swarovski crystals. And sprinkles, too. Everyone loves sprinkles. Maybe you could eat it. I wouldn't recommend it. So the shows for us, I guess, are a great way to kind of market our product and kind of meet people and work with people that we otherwise wouldn't work with if we were just a plain old bat company. And at least for me, it's a lot of fun being able to assign myself these creative projects and, work with these people too. So thank you very much. You can follow us at GC Bat Co, visit our website, or there's me, but go to the Bat Company. It's more fun. So thanks a lot.